Hi, it's Car Dad. Today I thought I could quickly show you how to jump start a car. You never know when you're going to get it stuck in the middle of nowhere and you're left your lights on or your radio or you haven't taken care of your battery. Anyway, there's a lot of reasons that your battery can die. Clearly the way you know if your battery's dead is you try to start the car. It doesn't start. Now, if there's no noise at all, you might want to take a look at the battery terminals. It may be because you have a battery like this. When it gets corroded, you can build up enough of this corrosion where you don't get good contact. So a good trick is you can clear some of this away and force it as best you can in between the connector and the terminal post and rotate it enough to get contact between the two, and then try and start the car. If that doesn't work, go to plan B. Your plan B is to jump start the car. If when you turn the key, you hear clicking noises and your engine doesn't turn over, then the battery's probably dead and it's time for a jump start. Jumper cables. Jumper cables. So it's always a good idea to have a pair of jumper cables in the trunk of your car. If you don't, you can hopefully find someone who can help you out. A good set of jumper cables have clips on the end, on each end, red and black on the other end, heavy gauge wire. That's all you need to jump a car. So your car is dead, it's parked, it's probably in an awkward position, but locate the battery. In this case, in the Scion, it's on the driver's side front. Now, if you find a Good Samaritan, you might want to look under their hood before you position the cars because you want to get the batteries relatively close to each other. In some cases, the battery's on the passenger side, sometimes the driver's side. Sometimes the battery is in the back of the car, in the trunk. Place both cars in park or neutral and apply your parking brake. Separate the jumper cables. Don't let them touch at any part of this process. You can do a lot of damage to the electrical system in your car if you let them touch. So you want to start with attaching your positive to the dead battery. Remember this, red to dead. That'll always come to mind now, hopefully. If your battery dies, red to dead, red to dead, red to dead. There you go. Red to dead first. Connect positive to positive. Red is dead. Remember that. Then you want to attach your red or positive to the donor car, the car with the battery that hopefully works. And then connect your ground or negative. Remember, they're not touching. You don't want to attach your ground or negative or black cable to the negative terminal of the dead battery. A lot of times you'll get hydrogen gas. I don't know why. Hydrogen gas occurs in old batteries and you could spark an explosion. You don't want that to happen. So don't attach it to the terminal on the dead battery. What you want to do is attach it to a piece of metal somewhere in the engine bay, non-painted metal. Now I've attached mine to the strut mount. It's obviously a bare bolt. It's attached to the frame of the car. So I'll attach it to the strut mount. If you look in your engine bay, there'll be areas on the engine that have bare metal. You can attach to those as well. In some cars, you have a strut spring that supports the hood. You can attach to that as well. Next, start the engine of the car whose battery works. Clearly, that's the only one you can start at this point. After a few minutes, try starting the car with the dead battery. If it doesn't start, let the donor car's engine run for another 5 to 10 minutes. When the car with the dead battery starts, let it run for a few minutes. And then while it's running, remove the cables. First, from the car with the dead battery, start with the negative or the ground, and then remove your positive, your red, and then from the donor car. First, your ground or negative, then your positive. Again, don't let the clips touch. So what you want to do next is don't turn the car off until you get somewhere safe. Drive the car for around 15 minutes, and hopefully the car will recharge the battery. If you park the car and try to start it and it still doesn't start, the battery's dead. The battery's done. The battery's gone. You've killed that battery. It is an X battery, and it's time to get another one. So I hope this never happens to you, but it's possible. And now you might be the Good Samaritan for someone who can't start their car. And that's awesome. Happy motoring. I'm hungry.